I am leaving a television audition, and let me tell you, I'm grateful because it has been very slow for me this beginning of the new year. So this was for well, is it a sitcom? Yeah, but it's single camera, so it's not like, you're doing it in front of a live audience. So it's a reboot of an old show, and I was in for a small but fun role, of course. Well, what I noticed when I first went in was the mood was different in the waiting area than what I'm used to. I'm used to the women in the waiting area be a little more relaxed, I guess a little more confident. There was a lot of newness in the room, and I realized that. I was in, I don't know, I was in a, oh, I can't turn right. Shoot. I'm going to go over 2 rows. A lot of younger women. So right away I'm like, oh, I'm too old for this. But I don't know. I'm seeing a woman right now who's my age or older going in. So they're looking at all of us, which is cool. Anywho, I wasn't sure about the script because the dialogue said one thing, but the direction in the script said another, which made me wonder if this character had an accent. It just wasn't clear. And I even went over it with my coach. So when I went into the room, they said, do you have any questions? And I said, yeah. And I don't think, for some reason, I don't think they were ready for that, because they were like, what? I'm like, yes, I have a question. So I explained to them what I saw, and I pointed out in the script, and they said, yeah, you're right. We're not really sure either, but why don't you do it both ways? And maybe, why don't you do it with the accent first and then with that? And I'm like, okay, cool. Now the thing is, I know I can turn that accent on and off on a dime. Otherwise, I wouldn't have offered it. So that's my superpower. And I did it, and there was no redirect. They just had me do it again in my natural voice, and they said, that's good. Either one of those we can send in. So who knows? I could tell the very first person that went in didn't do well. Because 1, they didn't give her a redirect, and 2, I can tell she was overdoing it. The trap with sitcom is that a lot of people think it has to be big, but it doesn't, especially if it's just a single cam. Like you think about The Office, that's a single cam. So you don't want it, you don't want it big, you want it natural. Anywho, it was fun. It was at a big studio lot. Again, I'm happy to be there.